Hey, how you doing? Thought I'd share some grainy flying saucer photos here with you today. This particular one here was I found this down in the Antarctic on Google Maps. There was three of them in this particular area here, and they were all like a mile and a half across. So if that's not a flying saucer, I'm not sure what it is, but all three of them have the same basic shape as that right there. So I'm not sure if this here is a skid mark from where it landed, or if this is just overflow from the wind direction in this area right here, constantly blowing across like a sand dune or something. But anyway, it sure looks like a flying saucer to me. I think them people down there got into a war with the same people that put that large crack on the surface of Mars. But anyway, I digress. This here, I thought when I photographed it, this was to the west during, close to sunset, and I thought it was a vapor trail, but it just sort of was there pretty long time, and it didn't seem like that craft was going anywhere. So I just took a photo, thinking that when I looked at it, it would just be an exhaust trail. But I don't see any aircraft up here in the front, and what should be a division between the two engines, okay, coming out here where the exhaust would, divide itself naturally. This area right here, I don't think would be pink. If these exhaust trails really are exhaust trails here, and it's spread apart right there, it would be blue behind it. So I'm thinking that's probably not an exhaust trail. Could be, maybe not. But anyway, these guys here are very familiar. And those are not black helicopters, are they? They kind of look like it though, don't they? I think they were going back over Wright Patterson or Rickenbacker or somewhere locally. But I noticed behind this one here, there was something trailing along behind him here. So have a little closer look at this. And you can see it's kind of got a lenticular shape to it. I don't think that's a bird. So then I, super enhanced it, of course, and you've got a what looks like a field around it of some kind, plasma field, perhaps. And it looks sort of lenticular, right? And then it's kind of got that gimbal uh, look to it with this little dangly part there. But who knows? Could just be a bird, right? This here is just kind of for fun. Some people like to take pictures of clouds and stuff, and I took this picture because of the color that this particular cloud was emanating all by itself right there. Not to mention the shape. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Look at that. When you look at this really close, it kind of looks like, lenticular shape here. It's got an undercarriage on the bottom and a dome on the top. But, that's just kind of could be, could not be, one of them kind of deals. Again, here I took another photograph. I thought something was over in this area, so I just took a picture. I thought I'll look at it later. Kind of got like a little thing going on here. Looks like could be something, right? But I thought, nah, that ain't good enough. And I got to looking at it a little bit closer. There's something up over here. So zoom in on that area there. And there it is. See? Right there. Zoom in a little bit more. And you've got your basic lenticular flying saucer type shape. And when you up the contrast on it, you can see a metallic or a reflective form or dome of some kind on the top there. So again, I'm pretty sure that's not a bird and not an airplane. Cockpits don't sit that far back from the front without any wings on them. Now this here, of course, I thought when I first looked at it, it was a vapor trail or a plane just going up over the horizon. You know how they do when they're following the curvature of the Earth, which is not flat, by the way, in case you missed kindergarten. Um, this exhaust trail right here does not conform to, a typical exhaust trail in my opinion, because midway through the exhaust trail, it kind of goes up and then back. Okay, and this is straight right here, while this coming out here is curved. So it just doesn't add up. Why an exhaust trail coming out of an engine would go straight back to here and then jet up. So let's look at this a little bit better here. Now, like I said, there's 3 of these in a row, taken 2 seconds apart. They all look the same, and this thing was not going anywhere in any kind of a hurry. I'll take this series of photographs here and we'll enhance them a little bit here. Now this is where it's starting to look a little bit different than an airplane, in my opinion. Like I said, if this is the trailing edge of an aircraft, it sure is pretty lit up, isn't it? Right in here, because the sun's down here. And of course it's going to light up, if this is a vapor trail, it's going to light up the exhaust coming out of the back of that craft. But that doesn't explain why the exhaust would jet up right here, almost at a 90-degree angle. There's something going on with this thing right here that's just not, a standard exhaust trail. Let me enhance this and flip this around here one time. That, okay, is rather spectacular in my opinion, visually, just because of the color and the contrast and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I see other things going on here. There's a very intense area right here of heat, okay? And it follows along that if this was an exhaust trail, it wouldn't stop right here and go up and then go this way and then back down. It would continue on through this area right here. In other words, these grainy sparkles, so to speak, would stay in line, because the engines stay in line on an aircraft. So they're going to put out an exhaust trail that, mimics that. And this just is not happening. What I'm seeing here is a curvature around what appears to be an exhaust trail that I think is actually something else. What is this, an aerial 3D printer, perhaps, producing a UFO in mid-flight? Or is that just too fantastic, right? I mean, we have 3D printers, so maybe there's a little bit more advanced. Now, this is the second photograph. Again, this backside right here, facing away from the sun. The sun's down here, coming in this angle, okay? And it stands to reason that it would light up the exhaust coming out the back. Sure would. But what's going on right here? Why is the back of this plane, if that's what that is, lit up and not the front of it? I'm going to enlarge and enhance this area right here sometime today. There we go. Oh, look at this here. Again, is it just me seeing this lenticular shape right here and this dome on the top? If this is an airplane, where's the airplane at? You know what I mean? Sticking out here in the front, the sun's down here, and yet the back side's lit up. The exhaust of an airplane doesn't light up the ass end of the airplane unless it's got the afterburners on, and you can see those individually, on each engine. There's no mistake in what's going on when they fire them things up. And this is the third photograph, enhanced to the grainiest level out of focus that I could possibly get it. But again, I'm just not seeing a standard, exhaust trail coming out of this thing. I'm seeing an intense heat in this area right here and a lack of it right here, which doesn't make any sense. What's this doing here? If this is exhaust, what's this? Anyway, moving along. There we go. Like I said, hopefully these are flying saucers and just not, bad photos. But anyway, I just thought I'd put those out there, see what you think, and get everybody's mind off this other crap that's going on for a while. So anyway, be sure and stay safe out there. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Have a look. Appreciate it.